Right guys, we're now doing the Racing Honda's track and all that. Now, this is going to be good.
Cars make their way onto circuit for 15 minutes of qualifying on the Brands Hatch Indy circuit.
Which is alright then, because by the time they're finished, we had to go get a building.
Racing Honda's 2025 as part of the Time Attack organisation. And in what's becoming increasingly lovely conditions out there, early summer sunshine, there is some cloud around, but it's keeping things cool out there, and it should be pretty interesting to see how it goes.
It's hot. It's not that hot though. Civic. You are wearing a jacket.
Get a picture of that car from it.
Which one?
Yeah, the
rear windows.
I did want the one that we saw on the way in. Yeah, green flag means go, go, go. They can push it now. There's a couple of Intexes here, but they're all Hondas. Then they've got the Clio Cup coming up later. I got it on camera as well. They just sound amazing.
If you notice, just looking, if we can get a shot of going for clearways, you'll see you're going to have either. Yes, you look, and that's straight. In the FNT Civic. Now I wonder if that's what it has to do with the fuel being spilled out the side of the street. And the red flag is
I'll just send it to you.
Granada, because it's spent close to 50 grand.
Oh, there's red flag. Someone's broken down.
His car stuck in the gravel as a result of climbing out. Now he had set.
Oh, he sunk it in the gravel.
And Hampshire was currently showing him 21st. He was third in Class C.
Around there or somewhere.
So made it out. Only just then, going out on the track, showing on the screen, was in fact Phil Wright, and he had actually made it out in the session. The other car that made it out was Dan Zachary, who's the leader of the championship both overall and in Class B.
Boy!
So the session is stopped. We've had only a couple of flying laps, and it's Liam Collins who has already broken his own qualifying lap record, 51.606.
Damn, 51 on Brands Hatch, that's rapid.
Last year in the same car with a 52.237.
Bear in mind, Formula 4 round here do about 55 seconds.
Lowered it by about 0.6
The track's too small for Formula 1.
In the session,
There's only 1.2 miles.
Practice earlier on this morning.
That's why Brands Hatch is perfect for like Indy Cups and stuff like that, because there's just a good Indy circuit. It's a brilliant thing.
Collins Farsi did a 51.447, so he has got about 10.5 quicker in practice this morning. I wonder
Ben Collins
once we get the session
was
back underway,
the stick.
Yeah, Ben Collins was the stick. He was the original stick.
2 seconds. because we also saw Tommy.
And he only lost his job because he released a book saying I am the Stig.
1.916 go underneath the qualifying lap record. Also the same happened for Kevin Talbot. He went 52.180. So 4 drivers went under the pre-existing qualifying lap record, which had been 52.237, but now of course it's been lowered once again. First of all, actually Will Self has done underneath that as well in second quickest, 52.132.
It's an amazing atmosphere.
On top of that by over half a
Dude, I've got bad anxiety. I normally don't do well with loud noises and stuff like that, but like this here, oh, that breeze is nice.
Now the cars are lined up in the pit lane. There are a few cars that have gone onto the pit apron, and once they're done, they're going to be moving out onto the acceleration part of the pit lane. Whilst we wait for the session to get back underway, let's see what Charlie was up to earlier on in the paddock. She's caught another interview with another driver. Let's see who she found.
People eat.
Yeah. It's about similar to what you get from Edenbridge.
Yeah.
I've been to Edenbridge every year without fail. I can take a break from it.
That was before the competition. He'll go out one time.
Nice to hear from Liam Collins, who has broken his own lap record, as we mentioned, because talking before the session there with Charlie in the paddock earlier on this morning.
Yeah, he said Steve Collins, not Ben Collins.
In the session. We'll go through the times as it sits at the moment. We've still got, well, the time is still ticking on the session, so we want to try and get out hopefully as soon as possible, but I wonder if maybe one or two of these times might just set the grid for race 1. We'll wait and see how the rest of the session plays out, because we only have 7 minutes to go. Just see if Callum Hampton's car's been recovered, you can see on the screen, from the paddock Woodlane gravel trap. I think what he's trying to sensibly do, and that's actually really courteous of Callum, genuinely, is he's trying to shake off any of the gravel in the car on the grass on the exit of Druids to try and make sure he's not leaving any dirt and stones and gravel all over the circuit, which might make things even more trickier. So it's actually really considerate if you were driving. You might have had some advice from that from the marshals to say, and the recovery team to suggest, don't run on the track completely, just go onto the grass, shake off all the gravel that might be underneath the car so that you're not throwing it all onto the circuit, and then make your way back to the pit lane. So the timer continues under this red flags, and there are a couple of drivers that haven't actually set the time yet. 5 in fact that haven't. That's Sammy Milan, defending champion Ryan Cunningham, James Alford, and then Dan Thackeray and Phil Wright. Now, if it gets to a situation where we end the session and the timer ticks down to 0, then I wonder if we'll have a few drivers going out during a lunch break to complete 3 laps in order to be able to qualify at the back of the grid. That will make things very interesting, particularly as Phil Wright is up there in the championship. He won a race last time out at Donington Park, but the big one will be Dan Thackeray. No time for him would mean he could start right at the back of the field. On a short circuit like this, you get plenty of laps in 15 minutes, but he's having to pick his way through the Class C cars, then all the Class B runners to try and get up as high as he can and make a lightning start from quite deep in the field, if he stays where he is. You can see on the screen, if you're watching on the stream, just how big and how packed this Tunerfest
pause the recording, guys, until they start racing again. Here we go, guys, they're back out.
For the likes of Sammy Weiler, Ryan Cunningham, Dan Thackeray, James Alford and Phil Wright, but they're going to have to really get their skates on to put a lap in here, and any lap they put in is going to have to be pretty much their first couple of laps.
Yeah, the guy got stuck in the gravel, but he managed to get his car out. That's what it was.
Out there. Possibly still 27 if Callum Hampton does make it back out and continues on. And I wonder also what might happen to Dave Mookie, because he is getting, I can see, back in the car, looking down the pit lane. One of them possibly remembering this time to close the fuel filler cap so he's not spraying fuel everywhere.
Oh, that's what it was.
Back out on circuit. Let's quickly run through who is where then in this session before they change down. They have to set the timer. I thing down to about 9.5 minutes. They have given that time back, which is pretty good. So a good reset there.
Placed like winning, like there's no like actual like trophy championships. So basically, you get points for setting them in as fast as a flying laps you get, and that's basically it. Oh, he's all over him. Bad. These things there. The little Civic at the back's all over him. Yeah! Woohoo! Breeze is nice. Guys, here's the real funny thing. When things look slow, they're actually going very fast. And then you get to the level of extremely fast, and then at that time they look extremely fast. another one off. No, was that the same guy? See guys, it's so much. The drivers can't keep their heads straight. It's so exciting, even the drivers can't keep on the track.
Checkered flag comes out on the session for race of Columbus, and this will set the grid for race 1 provisionally, and it's Liam Collins with a brand new qualifying lap record.
And there you go guys, that's the end of it.
In the Integra alongside
after the lunch break. Now, all the sessions score drivers points to some extent.
This is the now professional race. About 19 quid.
Action.
Too perfect.
Yeah.
Warm up.
Gone up then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Warm up to encourage.
These are cheese burgers, they're not the standard. 160, something like that.
One to watch
But
there.
to be fair, they're kind of worth it. They're good burgers.
Right, so more about awards.
Just let it go. Owns a Mustang. I said to him, he said, there's nothing that excites me more than he said, I've had this car since new. He went, I have not changed a single thing on it. And he said, other than the brakes, I never will.
So let's try that a third time. Warm up. Now in attack 1. First, second, and third place score. If you finish attack 1.
Here comes the NSX.
Then it's super attack.
Yeah, so these are the pro races now, guys.
That follows the more traditional 50 points first, 12 points second.
Yeah, the guy said, that car. He said, would you take it off for it? He said that his late wife
Many laps today. Anyway, Josh Barrett now. 6:20 on.
oh, Caitlin's gone in. Why?
With all that aero, I think that's not something that we're really used to seeing these types of cars. Academy and things like that. You know, they're quite bare bones machines.
Oh yeah. Here comes the NSX.
And the back of the car.
Burgers are good.
48.9 seconds left there from Josh Barrett, absolutely blistering. Bradley John with a 48.7. Lots of you watching here on YouTube as well. That will be a dream to join someday. Time Attack is a pretty broad church, and as long as it's well built and safe, very much agree. Anything you build is Time Attack.
Alright guys, my battery's starting to get low, so I'm going to be turning into recording.